Our next film is called China. It's a guy meets a girl in a bar. There's a very clever use of red and red lighting in the film, so keep an eye out for that. Also, there's a couple of famous faces that you'll recognise in this film, and I think what's nice about it is that a lot more mainstream actors are starting to give their support to shorter films and are prepared to work in them for, on low budget or whatever. But it's a nice feature, and I think throughout the shooting gallery you'll see a lot of famous faces. Terry Duckworth and many others are all among them. This is my final film introduction of the evening. I'm going to have to hand over to Alan again, Alan the announcer, as I go about my merry way. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Please keep watching. There's some great films on. Over and out.
Yeah, that's better. Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Help yourself.
I'll take a Coke. Ah, Jesus. Sorry, it's just this. You see what's on here? Hagen fucking Dazs, excuse my language.
So?
You go to Barcelona, a vibrant, exciting city with some of the best and oldest restaurants in the whole of Spain. Where do the kids hang out on a Friday night? Häagen-Dazs, an American ice cream parlor.
I thought Häagen-Dazs was Swedish or something.
And that's exactly what they want you to think. It was actually invented in the States. A couple of fat guys sitting around in New York or wherever thinking, how can we make it sound more luxurious and expensive? So the other guy, he says, I know, let's give it a European name. It's true. The name means nothing in any language.
I didn't know that.
Right. And neither do most people. Cheers. Yet another example of the American shallow cultural empire taking over the rest of the world's lives.
But aren't you American?
What, the accent? I just traveled a lot. Wound up with this dog's dinner of an accent. Not quite anything, you know? Just means wherever I go, they figure I'm a tourist. But anyway, back to the plot. The US has this terrible legacy all over the world. It's like a seeping virus that spread itself across the globe in the latter half of the 20th century. Hey, we may have lost NAM, but we sure as hell won the world's markets. I'll give you another example. You want one? Help yourself. I went to France last year. I'm traveling through Normandy, along the coast of the Seine, and I figure I'll stop off in Rouen. It's one of the most beautiful old cities in the region, according to the guidebooks. So I'm looking around and I search out the big clock that's in all the tourist stuff. You know, pretty picture of this really beautiful old clock. And what do I find? A fucking McDonald's, right there, underneath hundreds of years of history. Well, I realized then that all the pictures I've seen have been strategically cropped so you don't see the golden arches underneath this hundreds of years old clock. You know, I can get off a plane these days and be virtually anywhere in the world. You know the one thing I can say that everyone understands?
Coca-Cola?
Correcto mundo, you go to the top of the class. But did you also know that the last great unspoiled wilderness on Earth is the Antarctic? And then right underneath the South Pole, there's a research station. And in that research station, they have a cafeteria. And in that cafeteria, they have a goddamn Coca-Cola vending machine.
No way.
It is absolutely true. Still, there is one good thing about America taking over the planet.
What's that?
Wherever I am in the world, I can always buy a pack of Marlboro Reds. All that from ice cream. Sorry.
It's okay.
My name's Mac.
Mine's China. And before you say anything, yes, that is China as in the most highly populated country in the world. And no, I wasn't conceived there.
So how come you are called China then?
Oh, I don't know if I should tell you.
Hey, after all we've been through together.
It's just embarrassing, that's all.
Okay, China, let's cut a deal. You tell me, and I promise to tell you an even more embarrassing story.
How do you know it's more embarrassing before I've even told you my story?
Trust me, it's more embarrassing.
How can you say that?
I just move my mouth into the right shapes and exhale.
You know what I mean, smart ass.
Trust me on this one, I bet you a beer it's more embarrassing.
And what if it isn't?
The loser buys the beers. I'll tell you what, I'll even buy the beers if I win. Now that is a never to be repeated offer.
Are you really crazy? Or do you go to evening classes to be like this?
Sure I do, I take those evening classes.
Right.
So shoot sex, kitten, quit stalling on me.
Sex, kitten.
Hey, I figured I'd talk to you long enough to flirt outrageously with you.
No. It takes at least another 20 minutes of conversation before you can flirt outrageously. After this amount of time, you can only make thinly disguised flirtatious remarks.
Thanks for putting me straight on the latest flirtational etiquette.
Pleasure.
You do realize this doesn't get you out of telling the story.
Damn, a flirt with a good memory.
Afraid so.
Okay, but it'll never live up to the anticipation. My parents were in Selfridges looking for things on their wedding list, and they're in the crockery and china section. And it's a quiet day, they're feeling frisky, one thing leads to another, bingo. I'm conceived behind the display cabinet for a 36-piece dinner service.
No way. Your folks did it in Selfridges? Whoa, respect due.
Thanks.
Well, it could have been worse. You might have been called Wedgwood.
Go on, your turn, what's your embarrassing story?
Huh?
Your story that you guarantee to be more embarrassing, let's hear it, mister.
I lied. I don't have a better story. But that one was well worth a beer. Shall we go?
You bastard. Right, mine's a Michelob.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. 10 years ago, no one would have known what a Michelob was.
Oh, shut up!
Was that thinly veiled flirtation or just shut up?
You just have to have the last word, don't you?
No.
Dexter! Harley, my man! Looking slick, slickety slick.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, charming. Well, nice to see you, Steph.
Dexter, who's your fine and foxy friend?
Harley, meet the very talented Lisa.
It's an absolute pleasure, the very talented Lisa.
Hello, Charlie.
No, baby, please. This is Harley, not Charlie.
Stupid tart.
I do not have to have the last word.
See?
Yeah, but you asked me a question. What am I supposed to do? Paw the ground like Lassie for no?
No, you'd only confuse any passing forest rangers that'll be following you to find where the mine shaft is that little Jimmy's trapped in.
And you say I have to have the last word.
Bullshit. Neither you spoke or someone right here just dropped one. Hey, it'd be tricky to tell them apart, right?
Fuck off, you pumped-up nigger.
You speak again? Or is that chicken madras playing hell with your insides?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hard. That's what I love about you, Steffi. Always there with a witty retort. A regular Oscar Wilde, ain't you?
You calling me a bender?
Ooh, and such a PC 90s guy, too.
I said, fuck off, you pumped-up nigger.
Oh, you did now. You got no right to use the N-word. You ain't no nigger to call any nigger nigger. Got that?
You're creasing the cloth.
I'll crease your fucking head. People have suffered and people have died because of bigots like you using the N-word.
Well, how come you blacks, you colours, you African Britons, or where the fuck you call each other these days? How come you can call each other nigger?
Please, be chilly. You know, come on, play the Eskimo, all right? Number one, we're supposed to be out having fun, having a nice quiet drink. Number two, I got more hardware in my jacket than you two mothers put together. Number three, I kill people for a living, and right now you two have got me wanting to do some charity work. See the 2 gigs by the bar? CID.
Sorry, Harley.
Be friends.
Peace.
Dex, I think I need to go to the ladies.
Do I really look like Lassie?
No, don't worry. She's much better looking than you.
Lassie's a she? Ah, my childhood illusion shattered.
Well, of course she is. She'd be called Laddie if she was a boy.
Funny name for a kid. Oh, I see, if she were a boy dog.
Do you know what the word pedantic means?
Pedantic, as in correcting someone despite understanding full well what they mean, kind of pedantic?
Yeah, that's the one.
In that case, I guess I do.
Last word free.
Sex kitten.
Still another 10 minutes before full-on flirting can begin.
Right.
Steph, can't you learn to line up? Can't you take some fucking Prozac or something?
And he just wouldn't accept it was over, and he keeps calling me and hanging around even now.
Sounds like a real scary guy.
Why'd you do that, Harley?
Do what?
I kill people for a living.
Is it true? All that hitman stuff?
Let me tell you something about Harley. He's never killed anyone in his life. He virtually faints when he cuts himself shaving, and he calls himself Harley because he thought it sounded cool. His real name is Colin.
Colin? Hey, I think I would have done the same.
Oh, so says the man named after a hamburger.
Ooh, am I bleeding? Low blow.
Hey, you two. Hold the phone. Look where the cat just dragged in.
Shit, Dex. That is her.
Oh, Jesus. Look at the gimp she's got with her. I've got to go, boys.
What's the matter, China? No quick retort? No witty put down?
Shut up, Mac, it's him.
Let me handle this, all right?
No, it's not your problem.
Anything that gets between me and a beer is my problem. Trust me.
Who the fuck are you? This is between me and her. I'm telling you, you're fucking with the wrong guy.
Hey, pal. Just because I've taken you into the gents, I wouldn't want you to get the wrong impression. All I want is to have a nice, quiet evening with China with no hassle from you, okay?
That's cool. Hey, seems a pity to waste this. Playtime's over. Okay. Buddy boy. Not so tough now, are you, eh? Wise guy. Jesus Christ. Good night, Colin.
Problem is, you don't understand the black phenomenon. I mean, Wear it up, G. Harley, my man. That didn't take you long. You wasted chump.
He's cooling off with his head down the bowl.
You put that wanker in the right place.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, you two boys ain't too busy. You could go and finish your job.
Pleasure, Harley, pleasure. I'll tell you what, me and Dex, we'll go visit our friend. Flush a little shit down the bog.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go kick his ass.
Yeah.
So that scar of his is from walking into a door.
And let me guess, he tells people it's from a knife fight, right?
Close. One of his hits went from with a broken bottle before Harley managed to top it.
Before Colin managed to top him.
Did anyone ever tell you you're pedantic?
There was this girl once.
Whatever happened to her?
That's a long story. Well, actually, it's quite a short story. Well, I hope it's gonna get longer.
You still haven't told me.
What?
How you dealt with Harley.
Does it matter?
Look, you walk into my life firing words at me like they're going out of fashion. Now all of a sudden, when I want you to tell me something, you turn into Mr. Laconic.
Yeah, well, you were. You wouldn't understand.
Try me. I do have a degree, you know.
Oh, yeah? What in?
Postmodern culture. But that's not the point.
So what was your thesis?
The sociological influence of Barry White.
And what conclusions did you make?
That people shag to his records.
Oh, well, that was 3 years well spent.
Yeah? And what makes you so damn special?
Yeah, well, you'd have to see it to believe it.
I don't believe you guys. You're all so full of shit. Harley's busy pretending to be some wise guy from a Scorsese movie, and now what? You're gonna tell me you turn into Batman? What is this? The Twilight Zone?
You really want to see it?
Yeah, I really want to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, go on then.
Right!
Oh my God! Come on, calm down. Oh my God! Oh my God! Jesus, I think I'm gonna.
You all right, China? Hey, come on, wake up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
What the hell happened? Oh God, I remember. You did that thing.
I'm sorry.
That is one hell of a party piece. Certainly beats the hell out of my blowfish impression.
Hey, I'd love to see that.
Oh, come on, we're not even talking the same league here.
Please?
Well, seeing as I hate to see a grown man beg. What am I saying here? I love to see grown men beg. Okay, here goes.
Hey, it's a start. You know I can look however you want, don't you? You like Mel Gibson or Tom Cruise or someone?
You can do that.
Sure.
Well, an evening with Brad Pitt and a tub of frozen yogurt could do a girl a power of good.
Kinky. Definitely my kind of girl.
You're my kind of guy. I like you just the way you are.
Whoa, is that the time? I'd like to take you to breakfast.
Sounds great. You do realise, as Bridget Bardot once said, it is a woman's prerogative to change your mind.
Sorry?
You know, that looking like whoever I want thing.
Yeah, but what if you decide you want me to look like Danny DeVito?
Well, shoot me.
Is there a 7-Eleven nearby?
Why?
I believe they sell Haagen-Dazs frozen yogurt.
Frozen yogurt play can't commence till at least the second date.
Thanks for putting me straight on the latest yogurt etiquette.
You ever let anyone finish a conversation?
Oh, that last word thing again.
See?
I admit it. You're right. I am a last word freak.
So, does that make me a sex kitten?
Well, from where I'm standing, it certainly does. Ow.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
No, help yourself.
Jesus. Sorry, it's just this. Have you seen what's on here? Haagen-fucking-Dazs, excuse my language.
So?
You go to Barcelona, a vibrant and exciting city with some of the best and oldest restaurants in the whole of Spain. Where do the kids hang out on a Friday night? A Haagen-Dazs, an American ice cream parlour.
But I thought Haagen-Dazs was Dutch or something.
Well, that's exactly what they want you to think. It was actually invented in the States. Two fat guys sitting around in New York or wherever thinking, how can we make it sound more luxurious and expensive? And the other guy says, I know, let's give it a European name. It's true, the name means nothing in any language.
I didn't know that.
Right, neither do most people.
It's yet another example of the American shallow...
I'm David Greensmith with the news at 2. The body of an unidentified woman was washed ashore only hours ago at Richmond. Early reports suggest the woman in her mid-20s may well be the 6th victim of the so-called Thameside killer. Police say that at this stage they cannot confirm a connection between this murder and the deaths of 4 men and 2 women since last August.
See your face change right in front of me. Right before my very
Appearances can be deceptive on the shooting gallery next on 4 when a woman wakes up to a big surprise from her lover.
All the winds are so I still love you too. Can you trust your friend? Stop those tears, stop those tears. I look into a naked night. Are my eyes deceiving me? Strangled by reality.
Chat and date. Call friends and swap telephone numbers 0891 59 59 59.
It was a story of crime, passion, and pot noodle.
Spanking gorgeous.
You know it's illegal in here, Mansfield.
The Lamb Shank Redemption is made in association with Pot Noodle.
I could murder a pot noodle.
Then you're a very naughty boy.